Good morning, children. Hope all of you are doing well. Today we are going to start our 10th syllabus. In this video, we can start our chemistry topic with the first lesson, chemical reactions and equations. First, we have to study what is a chemical reaction. Have you observed our surroundings? We can see so many changes occurring in our surroundings. Melting of ice, evaporation of water, dissolution of sugar in water, then burning of paper, rusting of iron, souring of milk, etc. are some examples of changes taking place in our surroundings. Out of these changes, some changes are temporary changes. For example, the melting of ice. Ice is melted when we are heating it, or when the temperature is increased, ice is changing into water. But when the condition is reversed, that means when we are cooling that, or the temperature is decreased, water again changing into ice. So that is a reversible change. Melting of ice is a reversible change. When the conditions are changed, it is getting reversed. Such changes, which are temporary and reversible, are known as physical changes. At the same time, some of the changes like burning of paper, rusting of iron, they are permanent changes. Why they are known as permanent changes? It is because when we are burning a piece of paper, it is changing into ash. And can we get the paper from that ash? No, it is not possible. So once that change happened, it cannot be reversed back. Such changes are known as permanent changes or irreversible changes, and they are known as chemical changes. So the changes occurring in our surroundings can be divided into two types, that is physical changes and chemical changes. Physical changes are temporary changes or reversible changes. But these chemical changes are permanent changes or irreversible changes, and there occurs the formation of a new substance always. For example, when we are burning paper, ash will be formed. That is a new substance. It is having the different properties from that of paper. Like that during the rusting of iron, a new substance is formed. And this rust is having the different properties from that of iron. So, during a chemical change, a new substance is formed always have different properties from that of the original substance. And the process which occur during a chemical change, that is known as a chemical reaction. For example, when we are burning a piece of paper, a chemical change is occurring, and the process occurring during that chemical change is known as a chemical reaction. Already we have studied when we are burning any substance, that a substance is combining with oxygen present in the atmosphere, isn't it? So that process, that is known as a chemical reaction. So when we are burning a piece of paper, that paper is combining with oxygen present in the atmosphere and changing into ash. So that process occurs during a chemical change, that is known as a chemical reaction. During burning of piece of paper, we already studied that paper is combining with oxygen and forming ash. Here, paper and oxygen, they are combining together. The substances which are combining together during a chemical reactions, they are known as the reactants. And the newly formed substance after a chemical reaction, that is known as the product. When a piece of paper is burned, paper is combining with oxygen and ash is formed. So paper and oxygen are combining, so they are the reactants, and the newly formed ash, that is the product. So in a chemical reaction, which are the substances combining together, they are the reactants, and the newly formed substance, that is known as the product. Now we can study some examples of chemical reactions.
First example we have to study is burning of magnesium ribbon. During burning of magnesium ribbon, magnesium is combining with oxygen. But before burning, we have to clean the tip of the ribbon with the sandpaper. Do you know why? It is because due to the attack of atmospheric oxygen, that magnesium ribbon will form a white coating of magnesium oxide over its surface. We have to remove this magnesium oxide coating, then only burning will take place more easily. To remove that magnesium oxide coating, we have to rub that magnesium ribbon with the sandpaper. After cleaning it, it is burnt in air in a burner. So we can observe that magnesium burns with a dazzling white light and a white powder is obtained. That white powder or white ash, that is magnesium oxide. So during burning of magnesium ribbon, magnesium is combined with oxygen in the atmosphere, forming magnesium oxide. That magnesium oxide is the white ash. The second reaction we have to study is the reaction between zinc and dilute sulfuric acid. These are some zinc granules. If we are adding this zinc granules in dilute sulfuric acid taken in a test tube, we can observe the bubbles are forming. Can you see the bubbles formed in this test tube? This formation of bubbles indicate the evolution of a gas. So when we are adding zinc and dilute sulfuric acid, one gas is evolved. So during this chemical reaction, we can observe the evolution of a gas. Now the third reaction is the reaction between lead nitrate solution and potassium iodide solution. First we have to take lead nitrate solution in the test tube, and to that solution we are adding a solution of potassium iodide. Then we are mixing these two solutions, so we can observe that a new substance which is yellow in color and insoluble in water is formed. Such a new substance formed which is insoluble in water is known as a precipitate. So here the precipitate produced is yellow in color. From these three examples, can you tell which are the observations occurring during chemical reactions? Or what are the changes occurring during these chemical reactions? These changes occurring during chemical reactions are known as characteristics of chemical reactions. Now we can study what are the characteristics of chemical reactions. From the last example, we have seen that during some of the chemical reactions, there occurs the formation of a precipitate. So the first characteristics of a chemical reaction is formation of a precipitate. A precipitate means a solid substance formed on mixing two solutions. Some chemical reactions involve the formation of precipitate. Now, in the reaction between lead nitrate solution and potassium iodide solution, we have seen that when we are mixing two colorless solution, we are getting a yellow colored precipitate. So there occurs the change in color. That is the third characteristic. During some chemical reaction, change in color occurs. Now, during the second chemical reaction, we have seen that there occurs the evolution of a gas. So, we can tell that during some chemical reactions, gas is evolved. So, that is the second characteristic, evolution of gas. Now, during the reaction between zinc and dilute sulfuric acid, we know that zinc is in solid state and sulfuric acid is in liquid state. But one of the product formed is a gas. So during that chemical reaction, there occurs the change in state. Solid and liquid are changing into gaseous state. So during some chemical reaction, there occurs the change in physical state of the reactants. Like that, some chemical reactions are accompanied by a change in temperature also. That means either the temperature is increased or the temperature is decreased. So these are the characteristics of a chemical reaction. Hope these topics are clear for all of you. More about this chemical reaction we can discuss in the next video.